Yes, now I can see your screen.
That's good.
Yeah.
And so I thought what we did that was we just connected this notebook in Databricks to Power BI, and that's the reason it isn't showing any data.
Yes.
Isn't this the URL for the notebook?
Yeah, this is the URL for the notebook. But
Yeah.
like to see data, it needs to be stored in inside Databricks, right? So what we are going to do now is we are going to give it some new commands, which will save whatever we have done, right? Whatever transformations we have made into Databricks, right? And Databricks uses
a database in database. So we're going to store this like
this
these
table.
transformations and tables in a database in a Databricks.
Yes, yes. So
Okay.
see, Databricks uses a file system called DBFS. Okay, so that's what we are going to do, right? So basically, what we are going to do is, so if you scroll down, yeah, scroll down like towards the end, right? So you see like move a bit up. Move up. I want to see the code, the last cell code that we ran, right? So here you see that we filtered our row and we filtered it for anything which is greater than 500 in the list price, right? So for example, we want to save or we only want this filtered table in Power BI, right? So what we can do is we can now give it another command. So click on the plus sign below.
Hello?
Yeah.
Do you see it?
Yes, I can see this. And give it this path. So I have shared a script in chat.
This one?
The first one as well, out path, right?
The whole path?
Yeah.
Okay, but this is the code. Okay. So out path. Okay, so what does this mean? Output path.
Output path. Yeah.
What does it mean?
This is the path where the file will be saved, right? So it's just like you are saving this in an Excel file. So if you do that through a code, you will have to provide the path, right, where you can save that Excel file. So it's just like that, right? So basically what you need to do is you need to find out a DBFS path, right? So here it says MNT. So this is like a standard path that it's giving you. MNT, my data set and everything, right? So what you need to do is you need to, okay, let me see. So you need to go into data. So where it says compute, right?
Yeah.
You have something called data.
I fell off, to be honest. What did you say? You have...
So you know where to go for compute, right?
Here?
Yes. So you see data above compute. Click on that. Okay.
We don't have it. So we will get data here?
Yes, we will.
And then this data can be like connected to Power BI.
Right. This data can be connected to Power BI. Can you start the cluster first, like in compute? Start your cluster because I'm not able to see the DBFS path. Right. Just start. Okay, it's starting, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we will have to wait for that.
What's the time in India now?
It's 3:43 p.m.
Okay. But you have international clients, so you have some clients in the US, in different places, right?
Yeah, I have clients in Australia, in Netherlands, in US, in UK, yeah, all places. So I have to cover every time zone almost.
So that means that you work like many hours each day.
Yeah. I work at least like 12 hours a day. So that basically, if it's a US client, I will request them to start early, right? Like have calls earlier in the day with me. And for Australian clients, they will be like connecting with me in late afternoon. So that way it works out, right?
That's good. The cluster is ready now.
Okay, the cluster is running now. Go back to data.
Okay.
Right. Let it take some time. I am not seeing one option in your Databricks. I'm not sure why, because if you see, if I share I'm sharing my screen, okay? So you see I'm in the same, can you see my screen now? Yeah. You see I have the same view, right, data view, but I can see this button called Browse DBFS.
Okay.
Right, but I think for you it's not visible, right? Because what we need to do is we need to copy this path.
It's something with the view.
I'm not sure why, but we can try and see why this is happening.
Let me share the screen.
Yes.
It was shared, right?
Sorry?
It was shared, right?
Yes.
BBS.
It should, yeah. So, okay, I think it should be.
And where is the notebook? Has it
It's in your workspace.
Workspace?
Yeah, the untitled notebook. Yeah, this one. Yes.
Did we execute the code? No, it failed.
It will not. Obviously, we haven't given it the right path, right? That's what we are trying to find out. Like.
Okay.
This
so
the path.
So
yes.
We're going to. Okay.
Maybe try the one that I have with me, right?
The path you have?
Yes, I've shared it on chat. Maybe we can look at it straight away.
This one?
Yes.
So we'll change this one, right?
Correct. Just don't change the output.dbfs because that would be the name of our file, right? You can remove this mnt my data set, right?
Okay. From here?
Yes. And paste your path here. Correct. Now this will not work. So see, you have to run the whole thing first, right? Because your cluster went like off, and everything that it has done earlier is not with it, right? So let it run the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then we will see if this works. Okay, so there was some error. No, there was some error above. So can you scroll above? Scroll above where it's okay. It's not currently available. So there's some issue with your database. Can you go back to the portal and see if that database is on, like, or the server is connected? Okay, auto pause delay is this. And can you click on the server name? So you have the server name towards the right.
Huh?
No, towards the right.
Yeah.
Click on this. Okay, and
it's online.
This is online. Yeah. Can you try again on Databricks? Try to see if this command works. Okay, yeah. Now it has loaded. Okay, so this is also yes, everything went well, and cool, right? So now go back to Power BI. Yeah, even now I'm not sure why you are not able to see the DBFS option, right? Like for me, it's coming up.
Has it something to do with like user settings?
Oh yeah. You are correct. Go back to user admin. Go to admin. Yeah, click on your name. And go to admin settings. Yes, go to workspace settings. Scroll to the last. Right, so you see DBFS file browser is disabled. That's the reason.
Where's the DBS?
Yeah, just scroll, just go up a little. Yeah, this one. Perfect. Now, if you go back, you should be able to see that file. Go to data.
Yeah.
Okay, you must refresh the page. So refresh your page. Perfect. Now we see browse DBS. Click on this. Right. Open tables. Yes. Click on it. Oh, you see output.dbfs already there, right? So it saves it in this format. So you can't see what's inside it, right? But we have the file with us, right? So the file has been stored in DBFS now. So now what we will do is we will go into Power BI. will refresh, like hit the refresh button, which is on like just above this, just above the name, right? HTTPS ADB. You see this refresh here. Just click on it. Okay, and click on this again. Maybe can you reconnect? I'm not sure if.
So we reconnect?
Yeah. Click on cancel.
Cancel. Get from the source. Park. Server, and we will use
Yes.
token. And
no, not token. It's the link. Yeah, this one. This will be in server.
Yeah, okay. And the protocol will be token.
Yes. No, protocol is HTTP.
Yeah, TCP, yes.
Click on OK.
Nothing here.
Yeah. Okay.
Was it because we used your path? The path you sent me?
No. Not because of that. I think because we have saved this in a DBFS file, right? So we will need to connect it in a different format. Can you go back to Databricks? Yes. And browse DBFS.
Yes.
Okay.
There's nothing here actually. Where's the file?
It's called output.dbfs. See, it's there.
Okay, but can't we view the file?
No, we cannot. It's a Parquet file, right?
Okay.
I'm just trying to find out how to load this file. Access token HTTP. Okay, so we will need to add this path to our HTTP path, right? So I think that's why it's failing, or it's not giving us the real thing, right? So maybe
what?
See, in Power BI we used a path, right? We used a path to connect, or a link that we created to connect to Databricks.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, what we will need to do is we will need to edit that path and add, like, so if you open
edit the link.
Yes. And to do that, you need to go back to the notebook. No, notebook, yeah. Workspace.
Yeah, where is it?
Users, yes. Click on it, yeah, this one. The second one. Right.
Yeah.
Scroll down. Right, so you have this whole path, right? DBFS file store and everything.
Yes.
So can you copy this?
Yes.
Okay, just copy from DBFS till tables, not the file name.
Okay. DBS to.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, copy this. Go to the link. Yes, go back here.
Is it?
Or maybe I think there is an option in Power BI itself. So go back to Power BI.
Cancel.
Right, cancel. Get data. Spark. Yeah, connect.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the batch size and create hierarchical navigation view. Okay, so how do we do this? Okay, so do one thing. Go back to your notepad where you have the link.
Notepad.
The notepad, yes. And
this was the token, right?
Yeah, this is the token. This is not needed because it's not asking for it. Click enter, press enter.
Yes.
And yes, exactly. Now do one thing in the DBFS, right? Can you remove the colon? Yeah, this one. Remove it and add a slash in the front, at the start. Yes. Yes. Now copy, cut this and move it just next to the link. Right.
Like that?
Yes. Now can you try this?
Okay.
In server.
Username token.
Yes.
Okay. Seems like it's a problem with the link. We got the same error.
Right, unexpected response. Okay, so it's not working with that link, right? So, okay, so can you go click cancel?
Yes.
Go to get data more. Search for Azure. and scroll
Databricks.
down. Yeah, is there a Azure Databricks? Yes. Click on connect. Okay, here give it
Link.
right. Yeah, give it the link without what we added. No, this is the token. Yeah, just tell DEW. Yes. In the HTTP path, can you enter the rest like from DBFS? Right, with the hash. Yeah, right. Now click on OK. Use personal access token, the second option. Right, and just give it the token. No, not the name. Yeah, you don't need to write token. Click on connect. Okay, host is not a valid domain name. So what you need here is your URL. Okay. So let's. But if I only give the name. Oh, I get it. Should be with the file name. Okay, so edit. Click on edit. Now here you need. So it's only looking for the path till net 443, right? Everything below, like everything after it, like SQL protocol, it should go in the HTTP path.
Okay, after everything after the SQL.
Yes. No, not after. Before SQL.
Like this one?
No. 443 should stay here. Yeah, here from here. Cut everything after this.
But this has something to do with networking, right?
Yes. You need to remove it from above.
From SQL.
Yeah. And the hash.
So I remove the slash.
Yes, and the slash. Yeah. Now can you try?
Should it start with slash?
Yeah, it should start with slash. Can you try with Azure Active Directory as well? Or maybe a token should also work. But first we will try with token, or else. Let's see. Host is not a valid domain name. Okay. Can you remove the 443? Can you remove the 443? Maybe it works without. Yes.
I mean, like
remove the colon. Yeah. Click on OK. Personal access token. Paste it here. Why is it not a valid domain name? So you need the URL, the cluster URL, right? Okay, you need the cluster URL. So go back to Databricks. Yeah, go back to Databricks. Go to compute. Click on your cluster. Yeah. Okay. And does it have a URL, like anything which can be used? Advanced option, yeah. JDBC or DBC. Okay, the host name is this, right? On the see. Now here you can see the whole thing, right? The HTTP path is one below. The server, see the server host. Yes. So this is what we need in HTTP path. I think.
So I will just.
Yeah, the HTTP path is correct, maybe. And can you remove this HTTPS? No. Okay, yeah. Paste it here. Paste the HTTP path.
Yes.
And in the server host name, go back to Databricks.
Yeah,
use the server host name. Yes.
It was. Yeah, it was slightly different.
Yeah. Can you click on OK? Personal access token.
Yeah, no, I think it went. Yeah.
Great.
Okay. Because yeah. I was actually not understanding what we were doing, but now I understand.
Yes.
You just fell out. This is much more easier.
Yes, this is much more easier, and yeah, it's see, I have always used the other way, right? That I showed you earlier.
Yeah, that's a hard way.
That's a harder way. Now I also see, right? Using Spark is a little more complicated than this, so we can use this now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right. So now you see how to get data in Power BI, right? So.
Yeah. But where's the views? Where's the table that we're going to visualize?
Right. Just click on load. It will work that way, right? So it will start loading that data within Power BI. Okay.
Okay.
So now I will give you a little overview about how to work in Power BI. Okay.
Okay.
So how familiar are you with Excel? Like, are you comfortable working in Excel?
Like just like the normal use of Excel, but I haven't done any advancing in Excel.
Okay.
I used to use Power BI as a user
Right.
in another company, so we will use like it was like just simple things like we were looking at about like how sales and the customers and doing like some really easy
Right.
things.
Like
But
filters and exports and all that, right?
yeah.
So okay.
But I
So
wasn't building it. I was just
yes,
using it.
right. You were not building it, right? So now today I will give you a brief understanding of how to build reports within Power BI. Okay.
Yes.
And that will be like the complete package for you, right? As a data
Yeah.
engineer, if you know where to start and where to end, then like that
Yeah.
gives you a lot more leverage, right? So in
Yeah.
Power BI, it works similar to Excel. Okay. So
Yeah.
it has a similar structure. So on towards the top left, you see there are three options, right? Can you hover over so where it says home, right?
Yeah.
Just come down a bit. uh, come down, come below clipboard. So where it says clipboard, you see this one. So this is the report view, then the data view, and the model view. Okay, so the report view is where you will do all your development. This is the view which open right now. Click on the data view, the next one. Yes, so this is the view where you can look at the data. Okay, so the way the data looks like, and if you have to make some modifications or anything, you can do here. So you can create new columns within this view, which, so for example, if you have to convert this, right? So like in the first case, right, you see there is this column called drop off or pick up date time. Let's say you want to segregate it, right? You want date to be in a different column and time to be in a different column, for example. Right, you can do it here. So let's start with that, right? It's very easy. I will just show you. It's like just as simple as writing a formula in Excel. Okay, so what you can do is go towards the right side, like extreme right, in column tools. No, above, like where it says column tools, right? So you can see new column, right, in calculation. So go towards the right, new column. Click on new column. Okay, so the first part is where it says column equal to, right? So column is the name of that column, so you can change that, right? You can change it to say pickup date. Okay, so just say pickup date is equal to give it a space. Give it a space and say date. No, date.
Is it like that?
Yes,
date?
It's fine. In any which way it would work, right? Say date. Yeah. Yes. No, so not date. So date will create a date for you, right? Yes. Okay, so basically, what you need to do is you need to parse this data, right? By parsing, I mean you need to segregate this one column into two different columns, right? Which is date as well as time, right? So
date time.
Yes, just click on this. Click on the first, the second option. Yes, click on the second option. Okay, dot date.
Dot.
The first date. Option. See, it's coming here, right? So just click on it and press enter.
So we're putting, like, we're taking out this pickup. We are like slicing here in between.
Yes.
So this part will go to no, not pickup date. No, this part will go to the new column, right?
Yeah, it will not go. See, we are just trying to extract it, right? So it will stay in this column as well. And when you press enter, you will only see dates in the new column.
Yeah.
Okay. So you will see zero.
That's also
right. So this is just because the format is date time. So if you would look up in where it says name, it says data type as well, right? So above, go above. In the options, and towards the right, so you see pickup date, and below it's date time. So just select date here.
That's good.
Right. And you can also change formats. So now it has changed its format. If you like the earlier one, what you can do is just next to data type there is a format option, right? So you can select as like any other, so maybe short date, which was the first option.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's
you
good.
see,
That's good.
right? So this is like one thing that you
That's
can do
quite
here.
easy.
It's quite easy, right? It's very similar to Excel. In Excel also you can pick your formats from above and make these kind of formulas, right? Small formulas. So now this is like the table view. Okay, now for example what you want is you want to create a report out of this, right? Or create a chart, for example, right? So you would go back to the report view, right? And you see in the visualizations there are different charts which you can choose. So you can pick any one of them, any one which you like, right? So let's say we choose the first option. So in this data set, what we can do is we can show the trip distance, right, based on the date. Like so
what was the data actually? It's showing us pickup time and pick up it and
trip distance,
and amount.
Right. Right. So basically, what kind of an analysis we can do here, right? So what we can do is we can try to find out that on what date, like based on the date, what's our average fare amount, right? How much we earn as a revenue every day. So what you can do is inside the visualizations, right? You can see like below the visualization pane, you can see y-axis, x-axis, right? Legend. So you can keep on adding the fields that you need to create your chart on. So for example, we need pickup date in y-axis, because this is a horizontal chart, and then we need the fare amount in the x-axis. So just click on the checkbox for fare amount and it will automatically come there, right? But we don't need the sum, we need the average. Okay. So what you can do is no, you need to again click on the fare amount, click on the checkbox. Where it says sum of fare amount, you see a drop down kind of a option, right? Down arrow. Click on this. Yes. Click, and just choose average. Okay. Now this is giving us data for the whole year, right? We don't need to see the average for the whole year. We want to compare it, say, month by month. So what you can do is in pickup date, just cross on year, right? And on quarter. So you see it has data for months only, right? So maybe we can even only look at day. So what you can do is, no, this will not give you the correct figure. I will tell you why. What it's doing is it's clubbing the data for that day for both the months. Okay, it's not giving it to you so to have a segregated date, right? That okay, I want to see what was my average fare amount for 1st of April and 1st of May. To do that, you again need to hit the down arrow in pickup date and choose. So the last option is date hierarchy, right? Instead of date hierarchy, choose pickup date. Right. So now, and expand this chart, like make it as big as you want. Okay. Now you see these dates, right? And if you hover over them, you see the amounts as well, right? But then you would also want to see, okay, what's like, you want to see the amount
number,
the number as well, right? Not only the graph. So what you can do is in the visualization, you see like where you chose the chart, for example, right? There is the format your visual. So the second option, yes. So this is where you can do all the formatting of your chart, right? For example, if you want to add a title to this chart, or you want to change the color of the bar, or you want to create an effect within this chart, right? So make it more attractive. This is the place where you do all those settings. Okay. So what we want to do right now is we want to show the numbers within the chart. So to do that, go to the visual and you see there is an option down like towards the end called data labels, right? Just turn it on. You see the numbers have come up, right? But the numbers are not very visible, right? Because they are quite small. So to help with this,
and like we have a number on this one but not on this one.
Yes, that's because there are too many numbers, right? Maybe if you would change the chart type, you will be able to see everything. So go back and change it to the second one, right?
This one?
Yes. Okay. Even now, right? Even now, because right, we will be doing all these things, right? As to how we should be able to show,
because
right?
When you make it bigger, it like
comes. Some of them come up, right? But we want all the data. So what you can do is go back to format visuals, right? The second option. Go to data labels, expand on the data labels option, right? Now you see here you have all the settings for this data label. So you have the orientation option, which is horizontal, right? Just make it vertical, and you will see more data label. Okay, so not you can't see new data labels here, but we can try and change the position as well. So in the position you see it's auto. Can you make it inside base, maybe inside base, the last option? So you see now the data labels have moved below, right? And what you can do is you can so can you increase the label density and see how that impacts? Yeah.
Oh
now
yeah,
you
it was
see.
on 50%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So we need it 100%. So now you can see all the data labels. You can also make the values more prominent, right? Because it's a little small to see. So to do that, you can expand on the values option.
Where's the value option?
Just below this, right? Below the options,
Values?
you see values. Yeah, expand this, and then make it bold, maybe like the B option. Yeah. So it's more visible, and yeah, you can change the color. You can use display units. So all those options are there, right? So you can make it bolder.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that it's more visible. Yeah. So
I
you
see,
can
I
play
see.
around with this in any way you want.
That's good. Yeah. Okay. That was a very good like crash course in Power BI.
Right.
So, but if you have like any good like tutorials or videos that I can watch and do some trainings, I can do that. But yeah, was very good. I will try to do what we did one more time. Just like I will build from scratch. I will try to make a new notebook.
Okay.
And I will try to visualize that notebook actually.
Right. And what you can also do is, see, in a report you will have your charts, right, or your tables, but you will also need your filters, right? Because that's what makes it a proper report. So I will also show you how you can add filters in a Power BI report, right? So that it makes more sense. So what you can do is like make the chart a little smaller. Not from here. Like I need some space above. So
above the chart?
Yeah, above the chart. So yes. So can you not
like that?
Like from the center? Do it from the center so that the chart doesn't become small from all sides. Yeah. Yes.
Like
right. Like this. And expand it to the right. Yes. Expand it. So now we have some space on the top, right, which we can use to create our filters. Okay. So the filter visual in Power BI is called a slicer. And you can go back to the visualization pane, right, where you choose the chart. Right. So you can see there is a slicer option. It's in the third last row.
Third last row. So here?
No, third last row within the charts. So above. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So the third last row, second one.
Slicer.
Yes, slicer. Just click on it. Okay. So now it has given you a blank filter, and you can pick which field you need to basically use this slicer or filter this data on, right? So this data is about average fair amount on a day, right? On a given day, right? So basically you can also use like pickup zip, right? For example, which will tell you that, okay, for this zip code, these are my numbers, right? So that can be a way to filter this. So in the data, just choose pickup zip.
Or do you mean here, like in here?
Yes, here.
Pickup zip?
Yes. Click on it. Okay. So now you see it has. See. Okay. Now this is a differentiation that you need to understand, right? It has given you a strange kind of filter for this view because it's treating it as kind of a number, right? That between this and this. But then we know that zip code should not be used as a number for calculation, right? So here you can see 7002, 7002, right? But what we want is we want it to be a list of zip codes, not a bar, right? So to do that, what you can do is on the top right, you see the down arrow in this slicer, right? Where there are two buttons. There is an erase button.
This
No,
one?
not here, not here.
Or-
Go back to the slicer. Yeah, go back to the slicer. No,
Yeah.
not the visual, but the slicer you have created, right? You have created this slicer already.
This one?
Yes.
This one?
Yes.
Yeah,
And
right
then
there.
yes, you see the down arrow.
Clear it?
No need to clear it. Yeah, down arrow. Click on it.
It doesn't say anything.
Okay, it has moved to slicer style. Okay, so you have the newer version of Power BI, so that's why you're not seeing it here. Go back to format visual. Yeah, format your visual. Slicer settings. So it's the style is between. Click on the drop down. Choose a vertical list.
Yeah.
Right. Now you can make it smaller because you don't need the whole space for this, right?
Okay.
I am not able to see the chart below. I'm not sure why.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to the chart.
Okay. Yeah. Can you go back to the visual? Yeah, the first option. Yes. So it's pickup date and average of fair amount. You must have clicked
because
on...
because we haven't chosen anything.
Oh yes. Right. So you can see, yes. So on what date, like, because this is limited data, right? So like this zip code is very prominent. Like this area, there are a lot of pickups. You see, so this kind of information is very useful for these companies, right? That
Okay, but it should be like like the other way around. It should be like if I don't choose anything. Yeah. Okay. So showing everything. Okay,
yes. So that's what it's doing now, right?
Yeah.
And if you pick anything, it would only give you information, or it would filter it down, right?
That's good.
Right. So this way you can try and play around with this. I will send some links for the tutorial, okay, for Power BI, and it would be good that you spend like good amount of time on Power BI, because if you have this skill, like this in itself has a lot of value to it, right? So if you understand how okay, like since we have a few minutes, I will tell you how to filter down data, right? So for example, if you only want to see the current month data, right, not the whole thing, right? So to do that, click on the chart below. Click on the chart, like the one that you have created, yes, with the blue bars. Yeah, click on it. No, not on any one value. Like click on it above the bars, right? So that the whole chart is, now this is selected, right? Now, for example, you want to say that, okay, I just want to see data. So this data is very old. It's like 2016, January, February, right? But usually we have very updated data. That's what we need, right? So in that case, I'm assuming that is the case, right? So what we can do is, you see there is this filters pane, right, just next to visualization. So just before visualization, you see filters, right? And you see there are two right amounts. So you can expand on the pickup date with the down arrow. And so it has some filter types. This is basic filtering, which is like just the way you did it on the zip, right? So it's the same kind of filter. We don't need this, right? This is used very very sparingly. Yeah, just click on the drop down. So you have these different filter types. One is advanced filtering, relative date, relative time. So in advanced filtering, you can say that like in the show item, when the value is, or click on the drop down, is after, right? So for example, if we would choose is on or after, in this case is on or after, and then the date drop down column. So yeah, in the
so it will filter for you.
Exactly, it will filter from say 1st of Feb, so you will only see 1 month data. So this is one way of filtering. Okay, no, this is the time. You need to add where it says DDMMYY, right? Where it says DDMMYY, just say 01/02/2016, right? Apply filter. You see only 1 month of data now. Okay, so this is like anything that comes after will keep on getting added to it. So this is one way of filtering. Another way is again, go to the drop down where it says advanced filtering. So the filter type, yes, and the relative date.
What do they mean with relative date?
Relative date is relative to today. Okay, so like if you say that, okay, in the last 1 month, if I only want to see last month's data, right? So
Yeah,
that
from
is
like from
relative.
today, like from the 4th.
Yeah,
from the 4th.
from today, yes. So what you will do is you will choose these options, right? So here it gives you an option to say in the last for example last 1 month, right? So if you only want to see that, you will see this days option, right? Days drop down in like within relative date.
Yeah,
Your screen has
like
frozen
here.
maybe. Yes, now I'm
From
able
here?
to see. Yes, so instead of days, right,
You can say
you
month.
can
Okay.
choose month or year, right? Whatever you want in your calculation. So just say last 1 year. So the box above that you need to specify what should be the value.
Yeah.
No, above.
Yeah.
So above years,
Yeah.
there is this box. Yes, click on this. Now say it's maybe 2 years, right, or 1 year. So this is where you specify how much time you are looking for, right? This apply filter, it will remove everything because this data is from maybe 8 years. You will have to give it because it's or 9 years. Yeah, 8 years. Yes. So because this is from 2016, which is I think 7 or 8 years back from today. So
Yeah.
you understand how the
Yeah.
filtering works, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
so yeah, it was a good session, and let's like it would be good if you would learn how Power BI works and like replicate what we did today.
Yeah.